Hi and welcome to today's video. Today's video is about the SOP, the Statement of Purpose, and also the GTE statement that you write if you're applying to study in Australia. We'll be looking at the 4 most important things that must be conveyed in your SOP or your GTE statement. Remember, both these documents are very important for getting admissions as well as your student visas to study in Australia. Writing these documents perfectly is very important to your overall goal of studying in Australia. Number 4. While writing your SOP or your GTE statement, explain your background and your development fully. While explaining your background, go into a little more detail. I often see students who only tell the reader their names, their parents' names, the name of their hometown, and also what their parents do in this part of the SOP. This is not enough. Be a little more detailed as far as your background is concerned. And do please talk about your development as a person and a student over the years. This gives the case officer a lot of insights into not just who you are, but who you have become over the years. Number 3, be very clear when you're discussing your future plans. Most particularly, how you plan to use your qualifications in the future, in your profession and your professional life. Most students make the mistake of being very vague in this area. Like for instance, what you can see on the display. After his BSIT, this student wants to return to his home country and work for a top IT company. This is just not detailed enough. It does not demonstrate that you have a clear plan for the future. It does not demonstrate also that you have professional entry-level goals, mid-career goals, and also long-term goals. Finally, it does not demonstrate that you have an academic and professional plan for your life. Number 2, articulate your financial plan clearly. This is another mistake that many students make, not just while writing their SOP, but also in their GTE statement. You should be very clear about how all the expenses that pertain to your entire course are going to be met. It is not enough to say that the first year's expenses will be met with the money put aside in your father's or mother's savings bank account. It is also not enough to say that the subsequent year's expenses will be met through your sponsor's earnings and savings. Here, you should articulate your financial plan very clearly so that the case officer is very clear that you have the financial capability to pay for everything from the funds of your sponsors without resorting to work as a medium to pay for everything. Most importantly, you should be able to explain your choices clearly. Why you have chosen to study in Australia, and also why you have chosen to study at a particular university. These are all choices that you have made. You should be able to articulate the fact that you have taken advantage of a whole lot of information, that you have done a whole lot of research on destinations and universities before you made these choices. Do not do this. Talk about Australia as a study destination in a very vague manner by saying the stuff that a whole lot of students say. That they chose Australia because it has a very strong educational system, that they chose Australia because education is practical, not theoretical. A lot of students also like to say that the weather of Australia is suitable for them. These are very vague, very general facts. You have to be a lot more specific than this. When talking about why students chose a particular university in the SOP or the GTE statement, again, you cannot afford to be vague. You cannot make general statements. For example, you chose the university because of the city in which it is located, or that city is very vibrant or multicultural. You cannot also say that you chose a university because it has the course that you want to study. After all, dozens of universities in Australia will probably have the course you want to study. Finally, you cannot talk about the rank, generally speaking, of the university. Again, you must demonstrate that you have done thorough research before choosing a university. Vague answers like this do not demonstrate this. So, as we have seen, our answers have to be extremely specific. We have to demonstrate that we have gained a whole lot of information about studying in Australia through our personal research and other sources. To make your SOP extremely specific, and also to make your SOP convincing and demonstrative of the fact that you're a deserving student, write the best SOP and GTE statement with the assistance of our experienced counselors. Study Unifee's counselors edit thousands of SOPs and GTE statements every year. Take advantage of their expertise. To get on track with your SOP or GTE statement, register at studyunifees.io. Thanks for watching this video. Like, share and subscribe for more videos about studying in Australia.